just wanted to come on today to speak to those of you that may still be in your abusive relationships. And I wanted to talk about a topic I think is very important, and it's planning your escape. I was in my abusive relationship for 3.5 years, and for 8 of those months I was planning my escape, which that maybe sounds like a long time, but I didn't feel safe to leave right away, and I understand that some people may be in a similar situation. So I just wanted to share my experience with you guys and the steps that I took, and maybe it could help some of you out. So the number one thing is you never want to let your abuser know that you're planning to leave. That can be a very dangerous thing. So even though it may be hard, you just really want to play it off as much as you can. The day that I left, he called me in the afternoon, and I just acted business as usual, and then after that I called my sister to pick me up, and I left. So I think the next important thing to bring up is collecting evidence on them, especially for those of you that have children with them. This is going to help you in the courts. There's lots of apps out there that'll help you hide your evidence. What I did is I had this app that looked like a calculator that you can hide your files in, videos and pictures. And so every time we had an altercation, I hid the pictures that I would take of my bruises in there, because of course he would check my phone, like a lot of your partners probably check their phone. So that helped me a lot when I took him to court. Another thing you want to plan is where you're going to be able to stay. Luckily, my mom always told me that I could always come back to her place, so that's what I did. I know some of you may not have friends or family that you can go to. However, there's shelters and there is resources out there that you could look into that can help you out with that situation. You should never feel like you're stuck and like you don't have an option in these cases. Also your phone, you're going to want to change your phone. Luckily, my sister had told me that she would put me on her phone plan. I could never really tell my sister what was going on. I mean, she's my best friend, but I still couldn't really tell her what was going on during that time. So I did kind of give her a heads up, though, that I wanted to leave him, and she told me that she would be there for me and help me move when I needed that. So I'm really lucky that I had that in my case. You're also going to need a source of income. I kept credit cards that I had open hidden from him that he never knew about, which I'm relying on now. If you can even hide money somewhere that they don't know about, of course the credit cards were just my account, not his. We weren't joint accounts. Or even so, if you could borrow money, there's lots of government assistance programs out there that will help you out. I'm in a lot of them right now. So there again, you need to plan how you're going to leave. As I mentioned, that I had given my sister a heads up about it, but even if she wasn't available at that time, I would have taken a Lyft or Uber out of there. I had a couple bags packed. My son is disabled. He has a trach in his throat, and he has a G-tube in his stomach. So for me, some of the most important things to pack was his medical equipment. Of course, important documents that I knew would be hard to replace. Material things like as far as toys and clothes and whatnot, I didn't really bring too much of that. Unfortunately, if you're in a case where you're going to kind of have to escape like I did, you're going to have to leave a lot of those things behind. It doesn't matter. It's replaceable. But I kept the bags hidden that I had, maybe 2-3 bags at the bottom of my closet. Luckily, we didn't share a closet, but just hide it someplace that they're not going to look. The next thing for me, which is really pretty crazy, but I did this. I actually would do like drills when he was at work. I would see how quickly I could get all my stuff together in case if I needed to leave on the fly, and I would time myself. And so I got it down to about like 10 minutes. Like I could get out of there with all the stuff that I needed within 10 minutes, so that if he went to the store or something, I could get out of there as quick as possible. And that probably sounds extreme to a lot of you guys. But the thing is that just having that plan in my head gave me a sense of security, and it helped me stay focused on my goal of leaving. So when I finally did leave, it was when everything was aligned. I felt like it was the right time. I really felt like the situation was getting dangerous. He had threatened my life. He was an alcoholic. He was more violent when he was drinking. I was afraid that he can lay hands on our child. He's a 2-year-old baby, but that doesn't stop these people. They're highly dangerous. When you leave, you got to get a restraining order, a protection order, file a police report. I left when he was at work one day. My sister, I called her up. I told her, hey, I'm leaving. She helped me. Luckily, she was available. We packed everything that we could into the car on that one trip, and I left, and I never looked back. Unfortunately, as I had mentioned earlier in this video, I went to my mom's house, and he did know where she lived. So he showed up at her door when he got off work, and he wanted to talk to me. I didn't go outside. I just told him, we can talk through the gates, but really I don't have anything to say to you. I don't want to see you anymore. Luckily, he didn't come back, although we do have a surveillance system around our house, just in case it can ever be safe enough. So I haven't really spoken with him since then, unless if it's through the court. But anyhow, those are the things that helped me. And I think it's really important for the ones that are really ready to get out, that really feel like your life is being threatened and that you're in a dangerous situation. I think it's highly important that you have a plan in place. And it doesn't matter, if it takes you a while to get that plan in place. There again, as I mentioned before, if you're in a really dangerous situation, you want to get out as soon as possible. So don't ever feel like you're stuck with these people and like there's no other option, because there's always an option. So I just wanted to come on and share that with you guys today. And I really hope that all of you are staying safe and that you will escape these monsters if you're still involved with them. Thank you for listening to my story.